Alright, first video. The coolest trope in all of fiction by Beyond Media. Powerhouses are some of the most exciting characters to see on the screen. This video will go over identifying which character is serving as a powerhouse, how the trope came to be.
In every good story, characters tend to fall in several different variations of archetypes. There are the main characters, mentors, rivals, brains, villains, anti-heroes, and 1,000 others, but one in particular has always fascinated me a bit more than any of the others. They're prominent in books, movies, TV shows, and so much more, but I feel as though they truly capture our hearts in anime. Welcome to a video about one of the most entertaining character archetypes ever designed, the powerhouses. You'll notice that in that little computer archetypes ever designed, the powerhouses.
Do I really fuck with the powerhouses? Are the powerhouses that cool? I think the only powerhouse I really fuck with is One Punch Man, but I would almost put them as the least cool for me. Like, that's why I'm so confused. I'm like, really? Like, I'd almost put that at the bottom of the list. Like, I never looked at the powerhouse and was like, oh, so dope. Like, they're One Punch Man funny. It's got a little something different. Ducky might be tweaking. I don't know, bro. They do crazy shit. They're always just wilding, out of control.
One of the most entertaining character archetypes ever designed, the powerhouses. You'll notice that in that little compilation of characters, a lot of them have a primary title that you think of before powerhouse. For example, Sun Jinwoo is the main character, but he's also technically serving as one of the powerhouses thus far in the anime. In order to understand what this term means, it's useful to go back and explore exactly what it does and where it originates. The idea of a powerhouse goes all the way back to a classic writing trope known as the five-man band. This trope has been around forever, and while there's a little dispute, many believe that it originated around the Chinese myth of the journey to the west. You know, the thing with Sun Wukong. The five-man band refers to a group of 5 heroes who each fill a specific role. The leader, the lancer, the genius or the brain, the heart, and then finally the big guy or the powerhouse.
Makes sense.
This particular balance of character archetype has incredible natural synergy, as each person in the group has their area of expertise and weakness, allowing for all of them to have their moment in the spotlight or their thing. Of course, this trope has evolved and gets applied into a bunch of different ways. Sometimes the brain or the powerhouse will also serve as the heart, being super empathetic and emotionally intelligent. In groups like the
That's where it is, chat. Pause right there. That's where it is. I actually do fuck with a powerhouse. Sakura. She's the powerhouse and she's the heart. The most empathetic, the kindest. She brings everybody I couldn't put the name. I'm saying this because I couldn't put the name on the archetype, bro. I couldn't put the archetype on her. That's what she is. No, Sakura's kinder, bro. You know, it's like she's more empathetic. I won't say kind. Wait, is Naruto more empathetic? She was a bully? I don't know, bro. I feel like she's the heart. Maybe not in the way of empathy. Maybe not in the way of empathy, but in the way of holding the team together. Maybe empathy is not the right word. Maybe in the way of holding the team together, Sakura is that glue. Right? Like, she's the one who really is pushing Naruto to get Sasuke, when Sai came on the team, she helped them merge. No?
The team also has evolved and gets applied into a bunch of different ways. Sometimes the brain or the powerhouse will also serve as the heart, being super empathetic and emotionally intelligent. In groups like the Teen Titans, the roles are solidly flexible, save for Robin being the token leader. Using them as an example further, Cyborg, who you might think appears as the big guy, isn't actually the big guy, despite him being a big guy. So what is it that actually makes a powerhouse? Well, it's not gender, intelligence, the amount of people who fit cleanly into a 5-man band, or even strength itself. While it may seem contradictory, it's very important to note the difference between narrative roles. For example, even though Toph is the powerhouse in the story of Avatar, she isn't the single strongest bender in that show. That title would go to Sozin and then later Aang. In Attack on Titan, even though there are characters that scale higher, Levi serves as the show's powerhouse. Narrative power almost always puts the ball in the court of the villains or the bad guys. Shigaraki is always a little further ahead than Deku in My Hero throughout the early seasons because it gives the audience and Deku himself an anchor and something to strive to defeat. However, Shigaraki doesn't serve the role as a powerhouse for a couple of reasons. The first is that the trope of the powerhouse tends to land on the heroic side, as they're usually not the ones initiating conflict.
Yeah.
Even when they are the bad guys, such as Thor in God of War Ragnarok, Odin is actually the one calling the shots and applying the pressure vicariously through Thor. In this example of the League of Villains, Shigaraki would be the leader and Dabi would serve as the powerhouse. In order for someone to be the group or show's powerhouse, they need a couple of things more important than just pure power or any other trait. They need consistency and reliability. The powerhouse in a show usually signals to the audience that
Maybe
the game...
not then. Consistency and reliability is not Sakura's foreplay. That's not her foreplay at all. She's not consistent and she's not reliable. So I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. But in My Hero, wouldn't the powerhouse be... In My Hero, wouldn't the powerhouse be what's Deku's best friend, or the guy he's like has a rivalry with the whole time? Bakugo. Wouldn't the
touchdown and she fell apart.
Oh God. Wouldn't Bakugo be the powerhouse? Wouldn't he be the powerhouse realistically? Bakugo's not strong? Really? All Might?
game is changing. Take season 3 of Attack on Titan as an example. During Erwin's final charge, Levi is the one the rest of the group uses as a crutch to fight. The same thing when Annie started to fight back in season 1, where Levi was the person
Endeavor.
Typically, if there's one Goliath that needs to be defeated or a million little minions, that will be the job of the powerhouse while the main characters fight for the bigger picture.
That's true.
Or if all
That
hope
makes
is
sense.
lost, it will be the powerhouse who gets the team moving again. When I say the words big guy or powerhouse, you may at first just think of strength or pure power, but as we discussed, that actually isn't the case. Having a character labeled as the powerhouse be an expression of consistency and reliability is a discovery that has let the trope evolve far beyond what it once was. Maybe the powerhouse is the 4th to 5th strongest on the team, but he always gets the job done through various means.
Choji is the powerhouse. That's who the powerhouse is at. Choji. For sure. That makes more sense. That makes more sense.
So long as a character keeps the core traits of a powerhouse, they can do everything else. The marriage of the big guy and the heart, for example, yields us the gentle giant trope that we all love. In Blue Lock, this powerhouse is Bachira against Team V, and toward the middle seasons of My Hero, it's the character of Kirishima going Red Riot. It's Levi fighting off 100 Titans or Toto coming in clutch in JJK. All of these characters are, if nothing else, consistently good and reliable.
Yeah, okay.
In the end, the powerhouse in anime and across the wider genre of fiction is one of the most exciting. And maybe next time you sit down to watch or read a show, you'll be able to notice which character is the powerhouse, regardless of what larger role they play within the story. Until next time, keep dreaming.
I'll be thinking about the powerhouse now. I will. Beyond Media. For sure. That was a good vid. Three's in the chat. Thought provoking. I enjoy those. Want to do one more? He's got one.